Salutations, my fellow dudes and dudettes, and welcome back to Tales of Phantasia. Last time... Wait, what? I don't... Oh, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I remember exactly what we did last time. We got our rings repaired, actually, and now it's about time we made use of those rings and made a contract with Luna. She is withheld in the 12-star tower. We're not exactly going to be starting that dungeon today, but at the very least, we're going to make our way into that same area. There is a new town we are able to explore, so we're going to do just that. In order to get to said area, though, you're going to want to leave from Olive Village. I was about to say Olive City. Got Pokemon on my brain, apparently. You want to leave from Olive Village and head northward. You will eventually reach a new continent. I do not believe there are new enemies. Well, actually, there is one new enemy encounter, but it isn't anything to write home about. What our point of interest today is going to be a new town. We're actually going to be seeing the dungeon as well in just a few moments. I forget why I sort of stopped there. I think I cut out most of my, standing around and doing nothing. Because you guys don't need to see me not in progression. Anyway, you want to head down here first. This is our first point. You're a swordsman. We learned the Magma Bolt combo tech. Thankfully, we don't have to pay anything for this, because I'm kind of sick of having to pay for everything. Granted, our guild is more than enough to pay for almost everything that we should be able to buy at this point. This one requires the Poseidon Bolt and the Magma Rift. We don't have access to the Magma Rift right now. We will be getting it at a later point. Just about every tech that we do not have in order to be able to use a combo tech usually requires us to get to a certain level to learn said tech. So it's going to be quite a while before we can get to mastering it. I might just end up mastering those techs off screen, but otherwise, we're just going to have to wait on it. Anyway, we got some new enemies here, coyotes. They're just like the wolves, except I think they just take a bit more damage. Now this is the weird thing, since they're oddly fast, Mint actually decides to use something different, instead of using a hammer all the darn time. This will slow down the wolves, that is known as delay. It more or less slows down the movement speed of the enemies. Mint's AI will usually do this if the enemy is incredibly fast. But this is when I realized, oh wait, I might as well show what exactly your skills do since she doesn't use any of them. For stars, we have the Deep Mist, is blinds enemies. We have the Antidote, which gets rid of poison. There's Silence, which stops spells altogether. Delays, as you just saw, slows enemies down. Haste will increase our speed. And then Acid Rain will lower defense. These techs are actually really, really nice for Mint. It's just that her AI doesn't really register them, or at least acknowledges them, and if you want to make use of them, you're gonna have to manually use them yourself. Anyway, we got our new town, Midgard. This is going to be a very important place to us later. Edward did say we had to come and meet him here, but the downside is we still need to make a contract with Luna, otherwise we won't be getting into the castle. We could enter the castle right about now, but unfortunately something does go wrong with that if we attempt to do it before we start 12-star tower. You will actually see that in a moment, because I sort of accidentally walked into the castle. At the same time, though, I think it was required anyway, so that was a failure on my part. Anyway, if you recall previously, I did mention I was finally going to make use of that charm bottle in Midgard. There's a couple weapons and armor that I wanted to buy, and I don't want to spend the extra gold in order to do so I'm going to be using a charm bottle in order to do that. Now, back on the elven boots from the last part. there is an extra reason as to why you should make sure you get them. I will go back for them on my second visit, because that won't be the only time we go back. Yeah, that won't be the only time we go to that forest. But the other reason for the elven boots is that you can use a rune bottle on them. This will turn them into the nightmare boots. The nightmare boots will increase your battle speed by 50% rather than just 25. Equipping it onto class is awesome. I don't necessarily use it myself. I prefer like all the other stats, like increasing my HP or my overall attack power. But that's not to say that equipment is useless. It's just something I don't really use. Anyway, as I was saying, I do intend to use my charm bottle right here. Drops everything by 30%. I think if you use a rune bottle on it, I believe it becomes something else where it pretty much cuts everything in half, but I don't exactly remember. Anyway, it's time to get ourselves a new weapon, the Mecha Halberd. This weapon is going to be pretty much required for a little while because we're not going to have the Gungnir for very long. And this is going to be the best weapon. As a matter of fact, it is more powerful than the Gungnir, or Gungnir, however the hell you want to pronounce that. So yeah, you're going to want to buy that. Make sure you use the charm bottle, unless if you don't mind spending the gold. I particularly just wanted to show it off, especially considering the fact that I've saved up a lot of gold over the time. Not only that, I acquired a lot of things over the course of this game that I'm never going to use, and nothing's stopping me from selling it all. As a matter of fact, our next dungeon actually is going to be a huge reason for that. More on that later, actually. Anyway, Midgard is split into two sections, south and north. I'm not sure if there's an east and west. I didn't attempt to look for that. It is easy to get lost in this place. There is one particular person I'm trying to find right now, but for some reason I just can't find him for the life of me. The pawn shop, we get some basic accessories here. Not really much worth there. Also, you cannot stay at the inn here. The inn is closed off until further notice. Or at the very least when we get plot moving. We will be allowed to use the inn later, but for the time being, it's off limits to us. I'm in the mayor's house. Almost everyone's left town. I don't have anyone left to... What? Okay. The mayor's quite lonely. I'm not sure if I should feel bad or not. It's a barn. No, clearly, because, like, the cow noises and such. That has to be the case. I like this castle thing. It's very, like... I don't know how exactly I want to explain. Hey, you! Who's there? Did you guys hear that? Yes, I heard it too. What kind of a bug are you? I'm not a bug, I'm a fairy. What do you want with us? I was bored, so I thought I'd come use you for entertainment, but you're rather boring. We don't have time to play, we have to save the world. I got an idea. Kless, what's wrong? Oh no! What is it, Kless? I lost Alvanisa's royal crest! What? If you want it back, come up to the top floor of the 12 Stars Tower. Great, just perfect! We've got to get it back if we're going to get into Midgard's fortress. Tower of 12 Stars. Didn't Red Bar mention it? Do you think magical spirits live there? I suppose it's possible. The tower south of here. What do you mean, supposedly? Okay, so that's why we can't get into the castle. If we tried to, some fairy thing, whatever the heck it was, it sort of takes our crest, and now we can't get into the castle. Which kind of sucks, kind of, but we have to go to 12-star tower anyways in order to form our contract with Luna. Now what's weird is that Clark sort of comments like, well, Mint comments that Rampart mentioned it. It's like they completely forgot what they were going there for. It's like, oh, I wonder if there are spirits there. We came here for Luna! Like, how do you forget that? I don't know if the translation was goofed up, but I was incredibly baffled when I heard that. I was like, don't you remember why we're here in the first place? Right now, I'm sort of looking for a person. There is another combo tech we could acquire, and I'm struggling for a bit to actually find this character. The NPC is actually rather difficult to find, which brings me to another thing. It is rather easy to get lost in this place. For the first castle town, it's quite huge and it's easy to get lost in. There we go. That's what I wanted. The boat crash. It did cost us a bit of money, I believe, but not a big deal. I've got plenty to spare. Bolt Crash, we already have access to it. Awesome. Requires Lightning Bolt and Dual Kick. It's pretty badass if you ask me. I like it when we can get a new combo tech from someone can immediately use it because I've already mastered the skills necessary to do so. It's pretty good stuff. I think that's about it for this town. There's not much else we can do. Again, make sure you use those charm bottles in order to buy the weapons and armor at a fairly cheap price. That's all you really want to worry about here. Anyway, 12-star tower, I believe. Yes, we definitely did see it earlier, but I didn't exactly do anything about it. Here we are. So we're going to be ending it off here. Again, we're not going to explore it right away. I wanted to take a moment to get to know Midgard a little bit since we're going to be there a while. Anyways, next time on Tales of Phantasia, we're finally going to be going through the 12-star tower to find Luna and our royal crest, stupid bug. Until then, I got a juice.